Less than 48 hours ago, a community in Amador County was forever changed. A grandmother, a PG&E worker, and another man were stabbed in Ione. The grandmother, 63-year-old Lori Owens, died, and her family is now calling for justice and an external investigation, asking why the suspect, paroled felon Joseph Stephens Jenkins, was out of prison.
Lori may have lost her life yesterday, but we want to make sure that this tragedy is used to save other lives. There must be accountability in the people who support the release of such criminals.
Jenkins was released this summer from a Tuscadero State Hospital, which treats inmates and parolees with mental health disorders. And tonight, our Jeannie Nguyen looked into his past and why the state decided to release him.
Alex, Jenkins has been on parole multiple times over the last decade and was even convicted of attempted murder. I talked to a local defense attorney today who tells me he believes there are things missing from our system to make sure people like Jenkins don't reoffend.
This was a paroled attempted murderer with a very deep basis in this town.
Filled with sadness and anger, the family of Lori Owens is demanding justice today after she was killed in Ione yesterday morning. Police say it was this man, Joseph Stephens Jenkins, who was responsible for her death.
Mr. Jenkins is on parole for attempted murder, not murder.
Jenkins has a lengthy criminal history, and according to the California Department of Corrections, he was on parole in 2011 for battery with serious injury. Then in 2012, he was convicted of attempted murder and spent 14 years in state prison. In February of this year, the Amador County District Attorney says Jenkins was sent to a state hospital to see if he met the criteria as a mentally disordered offender.
In July, he was released from a Tuscadero State Hospital and came to Ione. That was approximately on the 6th of July.
Nearly 4 months after his release, he is now charged with killing one person and hurting 2 others.
Then he's released, and look what happens.
Attorney Mark Reichel is not working on this case, but tells ABC 10 there is a reason why someone like Jenkins could be paroled, even with a violent history.
Murder has life imprisonment, okay? But less than murder, we don't have life imprisonment, understandably. And so as a result, at some point, they're going to get out.
But when it comes to making sure violent offenders don't reoffend, Reichel says there is something missing in our system.
There aren't enough services to house these people, to monitor them. And it's not necessarily for their own benefit, it's to protect us, because at some point we can agree that we don't want them to be locked away forever.
And as this case continues, Reichel believes Jenkins may not be getting another chance for parole anytime soon.
I think if he's convicted of this, he'll be sentenced to probably life without parole. That's going to be up for a jury and a judge.
And Jeannie with us now. Now, today, Ione Police, when we got that update from the chief, he said that they did get some calls from the neighborhood saying that Jenkins was in the neighborhood where he used to live in. You know, what were those calls and how did police respond?
Alex, the chief did say that there were 2 calls, and one happened in last September and one from this last Friday. People saw him in a park looking at women and children, but officers were not able to do anything because no laws were broken and no crimes were committed.
And the Ione community has come together to support Lori Owens' family through meal trains and donations. So there is a GoFundMe page that has been created for the family. If you would like to help, we do have that link on our website right now on abc10.com.